Pretty sure I have about 3 to 6 gnats in my eyeballs right now. Hello, hello, welcome to the channel, back again. Nice day edition, Scranton. My name's Nicholas, we are going on a ride. And as usual, I feel like I say this all the time, it's supposed to rain in a few hours, so I'm trying to zip out, catch a little video, get some footage, and enjoy the day while we can. We're gonna go on one of my favorite rides. It's like a semi-country ride. It's really nice, a lot of nice foliage and such. I think that would be nice to look at. And everything's kind of in full bloom right now, so it should be a nice relaxing cruise. Let me see, any updates? Back tire still doing great. At some point before we take the cruise, I am going to stop somewhere, make sure I have a full 35 psi in each tire. I want to be able to get maximum rollage, which would help for my mileage also. And this is like it's a really nice ride, so I want to make sure I don't have any lag with low tire pressure. I like to check my tire pressure probably every like 3 to 5 rides, just to make sure it's looking good. Yeah, it's beautiful outside. I'm actually riding with a t-shirt on, which is, I can't remember the last time I did that. Oh, on a side note, it's just about, it'll be 3 weeks Monday since I tore my calf muscle, and it's starting to heal. Slow process, but I'm starting to be able to limp faster, so that's a good sign. I did get one of those fancy boots from the orthopedic doctor. I'm not wearing it today, but do we have any G-Shock fans out there? G-Shock watch fans? I just got into G-Shock watches fairly recently. My brother's super into them. And I just got this one. I don't know if you can see it, hopefully. It's a G-Shock 5610. And it's the 5610U. It's the updated model. It's an atomic clock, so it updates the time every night by itself, which is awesome. What else? 5 world time, 5 alarm with a snooze and an hourly chime. Countdown timer. It doesn't have a repeat countdown timer, which I wish it did, but that's all right. Oh, and one of the nicest features, it's solar powered to boot. So I like that I'm giving it a nice charge out here in the sunshine. I think the charge lasts like 2 years if you don't charge it, or 18. I don't quote me on that, but it lasts a long time without any sun. And it normally comes in a black band. I ordered this band off, I believe it's called Pack Parts. Hopefully you guys can see this, but yeah, one of my favorite watches right now. Nice summertime white. Highly recommended. Stop in for a water. I forgot one, now I have to pay for one. Alright, we just got some fluids. You know, just to be safe, I'm going to check my tire pressure. I think it's a good idea. This way I get maximum rollage and distance. It's funny, you guys probably can't see it, but the day that I fixed my tire and I was saying how awesome this pump is, it fell off my bike and the numbers got, like the LCD to see the numbers got all effed up, but it's still viewable and usable enough to pick the tire pressure I want, thankfully. I'll show you in a different light. Yeah, I'll show you in a different light. The LCD's all busted. It's too bright. But I guess I don't need any air because this shuts off at 35.5. I think because my tires are warm. It thinks I have 36.5 pounds, but that's fine. All right, let's go on the ride. Don't need it. All right, let's continue the ride, shall we? Oh, jeez. Said it before, I'll say it again. There's nothing like that full charge battery zip. doing some pedaling here. These hills are no joke. Granted, I do slow down a little bit of pedaling, just plow through. Switch up the gears when needed. Still have to watch out for these puddles. I never got fenders. For the little amount of time I'm ever in the water, wet rain kind of thing, I never loved the way the fenders looked. And they're pretty pricey too. Wow, she's cruising today. She feels great. Here we go, enjoy the scenery. One of my favorite roads in Scranton to cruise on. Kind of windy up in the country, kind of country, just Whoa. Holy mother. Geez, I don't like these random wet spots. Ah. Oh, little slide out. Little slide out. Oh, that's so fun. That is so fun. Whew. Wow. Oh, you know, it's the little things. Had a little slide out there. Felt the back tire go about a good inch to the side. A little startling. We kept it together. Whew. I need to get some new batteries. These GoPro batteries are on the low end of their life. I'm trying to think of what to do. Go up there a little bit further, or go back down that way slower and just cruise around, because that's just kind of the same scenery. I don't know if you guys like this stuff. It's kind of a lot of the same. I enjoy it, but I don't know if it's just boring footage. You know, maybe we'll take a ride down. My battery's gonna die, so we'll go until the battery dies and then we'll head back. Just kind of take it easy. Little lily pad area here. I'll tell you, Scranton is such a great place to e-bike. You could be up in this area, you could be in the city, you could back alley, you could suburbs, it's all, everything, you got it all. And everything's pretty close. You know, 3 miles from here, I could be back in the city. Love, love, love having the dual battery for this stuff. That's going to be a big factor the next time I get an e-bike. I need lots of battery. I'm going to have to get a dual something or a spare or something like that. And I also am going to need a little bit more of a top speed. If this had a top speed of 40, a little more torque on the uphill so I didn't die down, it'd be amazing. All right, let's turn around, not much down this way. Let's cruise control it. Bring it down to pedal assist 3. I don't need all that torque, wasting some battery. Oh, these guys are checking out the pond too. It's a pond or a lake? I wonder what the difference is. At what size does it become a lake? Let's go cruise control. Again, for cruise control, pull back on the throttle, hold it at a speed that you want. Get hit in the eye with a bug, that's part of the process. Yeah, hold it at the speed that you want. Hold the minus, we're gonna go up to 20. Hold the minus button down. You'll see a C pop up on the top left of the display. And then let go of the throttle and then we're cruising. Just cruising around. Whoa. To stop the cruise control, just tap the brake or hit the throttle or pedal, and the cruise control shuts off. It's nice not to have to pull the throttle this whole way. Battery died. Had to pop a freshie in. Let's go back to cruise control and I gotta do something with these light mounts. They're really cracked. If they didn't have duct tape on them right now, I would have left them back there around that turn. I definitely need to. I have older ones. I think I'm gonna get some like JB welds or some epoxy and figure something out. Because these are not gonna last. Next time I put, well, if I fix a set that I have, next time I put these on, I'm gonna duct tape them before they even crack or bust. Yeah, this whole thing is like wiggling big time. It's just asking to fly off. I think this heat too is making the duct tape a little bit soft. water down here somewhere. Pretty sure I have about 3 to 6 gnats in my eyeballs right now. I am wearing sunglasses, trying to get them, trying to block them rather. That was a little scary back there. Full throttle. Oh boy. It's so funny. I'm going like 30 and I feel like I'm going 100. Guys, I think we're gonna call that a ride. As you can see, it looks like something's brewing up in the sky here. A storm, something's definitely on its way. Yeah, I was gonna go a little bit longer, but there's like a 60% chance of rain soon. But yeah, I hope you like the little country cruise. Thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate it. It's nice to have you back. Nice to be back. Yeah, thanks a lot. Nicholas here, over and out. Safe riding out there. Have fun. And until we meet again, thanks everybody. Take it easy.